how are you guys? How are you doing? How's everything? Welcome to This is Football Fan Channel family. Yeah, it's been a while, it's been forever, but we know the most beautiful game we here again to talk about none other than the most beautiful game, which is football, something that we love the most. Before I go further, let me introduce my guy. My guy, talk to me. What's up?
Bruno, talk. Oh, yes, talk. What?
Well,
Yes, sir, we're back again. We're back on it. Yo, it's been a second of us not giving you guys content. But yeah, now we're back. We are fully.
I'm just like, yes, Manchester United. Which happened? Which happened? What is happening? On my introduction, I would say it's a pity that we wasted a lot of time being lenient, being patient with Ruben Almiron. And again, final after we sack him, the same player, the same team, the same everyone. Now we're having results. We're having the results that we never thought possible. And it was all about a lie. It was all just a lie. The philosophy is not gonna work. Casemiro is not gonna play. Casemiro doesn't play with Kobe Mino. It's not gonna work. Bruno doesn't need to go forward. Doesn't work. My guy, even the greatest of the greatest, Jose Mourinho told you that you can't be a principal without winning anything that we know. Learn from the best. Anyway, without wasting much of your time, my guy, give me some introduction. What do you think about this?
Look. 3 points in the bag. Against Man City, against Arsenal. Like, they never thought this was gonna happen, man. They never saw it coming. Like, they were talking a lot. Like, with the way we are playing, if the team continues to play like this, man, instead of us fighting for 5, 6, 7, we're now fighting for Champions League position because we're already ahead of Liverpool. We're ahead of Chelsea. If we keep up with what we are doing, next season we're playing Champions League. So, I mean, what else can we want for this season? What else can you want as Manchester United? Because we don't have any other trophy to compete for. The Premier League itself, if Arsenal keep on doing what they're doing, Man City can even take it away. So, yeah, man, tell me.
For me, I would say I didn't see this coming. Pep Guardiola was humbled by Michael Carrick. Pep Guardiola gets humbled. You know, it's one thing to celebrate the beauty of the game, and again, it's one thing when you see the great and mighty falling. It's not something that you would everybody was expecting. No, the whole world was not expecting that. Everybody was like really Manchester United is gonna finish around 15, 14 or 12 or something. But here we are standing up tall, claiming the biggest bench in the world. We are the pride of England, and we really are. And yeah, man, congratulations to Manchester United for beating Manchester City. And again, congratulations to Manchester United for beating Arsenal in their home turf. For Arsenal, they don't have anything to say because when you're 6 points clear and you're playing at home, and there's no in the Premier League that have beaten you at home, then Manchester United, the bigger team, come and show you like, kids, let us show you how it's done. Let us show you how it's done. But without wasting much of your time, I want to be back on a couple of players from Arsenal and stuff. I see this thing of maybe it's because of the players, the way they relate with Arteta or something, but there's no unity now than last year. When I saw Arsenal last year, there was this unity. You could see the togetherness. They could see the fighting spirit. Now what you can see is like individual brilliance. You see Saka going to the right. You see Jokeres on the bench. You see Martinelli running. You see Odegaard out. It's just like disaster. It's like there is no one really know what exactly. I don't understand why Arteta is not enforcing to his Arsenal players that we're going to get more goals from Jokeres, because you can't buy a player of his caliber and sit on the bench and you get him in 65 minutes when you're one goal down. It doesn't work. He's not gonna do anything. And without giving any credit to anyone, I would say kudos to Patrick Dogu. And yes, the sad part about Dogu is like he'll be out for 10 weeks and after pulling up his hamstring and stuff. But hey, vamos Manchester, and it's something else. And I'm really enjoying my brother.
Bruno, Bruno Cunha show. One big team to another big team, toying with them, scoring bangers. Yo, what a goal from Matthias Cunha from the bench. Like, people don't understand this thing. I saw when Karaki's first game on Man City, when Cunha was on the bench, you know, these punditries and these comments, yo, what a surprise. What a surprise. Cunha has been the top player. Why is you on the bench? Bro, it's not all about having all your star players in the game. That's not how football is gonna work. If you have all star players in the game and the game is not moving nice, players are getting tired and stuff, because we all know, I've seen it. For me personally, I've seen it that Brian Mbeumo is not really a player to play full 90. Like, he's a star player, but I don't think he's a player to play full 90. Because with the type of football that we're playing under Curry, and even though not necessarily under Curry, even with Ruben Amorim, with the press that are putting to the opening, at some point the legs are going to run out, because we are pressing from the front, coming back to the mid. If you see our attacking, they go, they come back, they come. So with that press, at some point the legs are going to run out. So when the legs run out, we need some power from the bench. That's what Carrick knew. Like, all right, it's fine. How do I put this together? At least we have Patrick Dog. Inside of him there's Bale. You know Bale from Real Madrid. That's Patrick Dog for you. Ever since he moved to the left wing, 3 matches, 2 goals, if I'm correct. Ever since he moved to that left wing, now is 2.
Exactly.
Brian Mbeumo came back from AFCON, 2 matches, 2 goals. So, man, I'm so excited. For me, my joy. I don't mind Dorgu scoring, Kuna coming and scoring some bangers. Me, what makes me happy is Kobe. From not playing at all to playing 2 games, full night, no substitute. The composure, the capability to play the ball in tight spaces. Ruben Amorim did not see that. How can you bench someone like that? And you play Ugarte over Kobe? Like, come on, let's be for real. Like, you can't compare Kobe with Bruno or Kobe with Casemiro. Those are big guys. But you can't tell me that Ugarte plays ahead of Kobe. How do you justify that? How do you justify that? Because if you have Ugarte and Bruno in the same team, what I've seen, Ugarte loses too many balls. Same applies with our captain. Our captain is good in creating chances and scoring goals and stuff. But also, if you check most of his games, he also loses balls a lot in that midfield. That's why we have Casemiro to clear up. So for me, Kobe, getting Kobe back aside with Casemiro, I'm so happy with the fact that Casemiro has announced that at the end of the season he's leaving, he's going. So I don't know who are we going to partner Kobe with, because that partnership is working. I don't want to lie. That partnership. Let Bruno lose the balls there in front, creating chances whatsoever. Kobe and Tasa. Yeah, City could not play it through the center, because one of the challenges that we faced under Amorim, although we were playing too many defenders and stuff, our midfielder were always attacked through the mid everywhere. But now you can see the composure that we have in the mid. Games are won when you control the mid part of the game, of the pitch. That's how we win games. If you dominate them, we dominated City. They couldn't see this thing of Haaland. Yeah, what to call this guy that they bought, Semenyo. Yeah, couldn't see them. This thing of Declan Rice, Zupimendi, couldn't see them. Only first 20 minutes of the game, that's when they played. From there, from the goal that they scored, they lost it until the end. And this thing of them depending on corner kicks, my goodness, I don't. People are going to say I'm delusional or whatsoever, but for me, I don't think Arsenal is going to win the league. For me, they are 4 points ahead right now.
I totally agree.
For me, I don't see Arsenal winning the league. They don't have, because if we want to analyze most of their games, they don't have games where they have scored bangers like what we did. Like Kuna scored in that type of banger, Turku, or you see when City we've been taking Premier League, you get your Foden scoring bangers, your Haaland scoring bangers. Arsenal, they don't have that player. Saka, ever since he got injured, yes, he can run to the line and stuff, but he has never been the same. Matchday still, he can't do nothing. Like they've been depending on corners. If corners are defended and you get draws and you lose some matches because of that, I don't see them taking the league. Because there are many games that they win 1-0. Only a lucky goal, sometimes a penalty. But for me, with the 15 games to go, I bet that this league is about to be interesting. I'm telling you. But yes, sir, take it from there.
There was some interesting article that I read today, which is something that I wanna share. It's where did I put this? It's the stats between Noni Madueke for the past 11 games. He hasn't scored a goal. Saka, for for the past 13 games, he hasn't scored a goal. Jokeres, for the past 10 games, he hasn't scored a goal. Trossard, for the past 11 games, he hasn't scored a goal. But it was very sad because if you look at it, you could see that the statistics are not looking good for them, because you can't tell me all of those people, they are down like that. And that's why one thing that I've noticed with Jokeres and Saka and Jokeres and Odegaard again, there was a penalty which was supposed to be kicked, and Saka went and took the ball, because Saka is the star boy. He's the guy who used to took everything. He's the guy who is like next to the captain. He's the guy who is respected in the dressing room, and he's the star player. So I think Jokeres wanted to take the penalty also. I saw him going to Saka and whisper something in his ear, and you know what he did? He refused with the ball to Odegaard. Instead of him placing the ball, I don't know which game was it, last week, but one. Instead of placing the ball to Jokeres and Jokeres to do the rest, he kept on pushing until he went to the left and tried to shoot, and it was not on target. So there's this something, and now it's the ego that is making them not win the Premier League. Definitely, they're not going to win the Premier League, because I think for now the major problem is that, one, the selection, two, the who's and who. Me, I've been in Arsenal for a very long time, so it's going to be a very big one, and it's going to be an interesting one. And we are going to lose. They're going to lose the Premier League because of that. Though he has a lot of depth, you can see his depth is not of this world. I was looking at the players that Arteta is. It's not of this world. It's not of this world, but it's not going to work, because he's not going to utilize. That's where the difference is. When you talk of Carrick knew that my star boy, my star player is Cunha. I was surprised when you're playing against City that Matthias Cunha is not in. Later to see him come in and make those runs and stuff. And kudos to Michael Carrick for playing, for noticing the biggest problem that we have. I think for me, I would not say Kobe is one player that I'm celebrating. The one player that I'm celebrating is the two centre back, Martinez and Maguire. Kudos to them. For the past two games, they've been solid, because it's one thing again to play nice football in the middle part, but if your defenders, even the goal that was the own goal for Martinez, it's only that there was no one to help him, because he was busy focusing on removing the person on the position. You get my point? And he was disturbed in that the ball was in quick. So I kudos to Martinez, you look Shaw, Harry Maguire. Me, I have to confess, I'm not a fan of Harry Maguire, but on this one, I'm saying big kudos to say Harry Maguire, and yeah, it was a pleasure. Me, I want things which are straightforward, and Maguire is like one player that I was like, no, whenever I see him, I will not feel at ease. But now he can show me, he has showed that he can be stable, he can be cool, he can cool down, and he can master the game, he can play good football under pressure. At least you can see he's maturing just like fine wine. Yeah, but that's all for me today. Hey, my brother, I'm just happy.
I'm happy for me. I think that's all for me today, but I'm so happy with how we are moving. Now, the next step is to beat these small teams. Fulham, we need to go there and win. That's the next step. We have shown it that we have it in us to beat big teams. So we also have in us to beat these small teams. We have defeated Arsenal with the table pretenders, the guys who are leading the table now. The spirit that they have. If they keep on like this, come on, what is going to cause us not to also compete for this thing? Because these two teams that are leading, they're not playing good football. We'll see. We still have 15 games, and I think we're 12 points behind Arsenal. 12 points, like 3-4 games. If they just mess up in 3-4 games, we're in there. We're now talking the same topic. But yeah, I think that's what we have for this.